Dan here is breaking out the Carnage welder. Welcome back, folks. We are going wheeling, heading over here to Sam Hollow. You know, the locals around here, they won't wheel with me. I reached out to many of the locals and said, hey, you know, I'm here for 2 months, got on this nationwide tour, and I've just been wheeling by myself because all the locals blow me off, and several of them have just kind of either hinted at or just flat out said, I only wheel with rear steer guys. So whatever, you know, I can hang with a lot of four-wheel steering, and I know when to back down, so I'll just go around. But nobody wants to hang. But I got Lee, Ammo Dog Off-Road, has drove up from California yesterday, so I got to get some gas, find out where he's at. He's already out there wheeling, waiting on him to call me back, and we're gonna go make some bad decisions. So let's go get some gas and then go see what we can get into. All right, so I finally met Ammo Dog for the first time. They told me they were coming out to exit a joint effort. I found them. Now it's a recovery mission. So all right, we're gonna get this thing out of here.
Got a little power steering pump problem that we're going to go fix, and Philip here has agreed to, I'm going to go get the parts and lunch, and he's going to start tearing apart the power steering pump.
Yeah.
But they got one in at Napa. It's a Chevy. Steve Nance at Sand Hollow Off-Road told me, hey, just go get a mid-80s Chevy truck. So they got like a K20 power steering pump. That's what we're going to throw on it. It'll get me through the weekend.
Yeah.
And good times, but then we'll bring you some gnarly wheeling videos.
Yeah, we'll get some wheeling after we fix it. I've changed a few of these. I'll get it broke down whenever he's gone to get the parts. We'll make short work of it. Be back to the action. All right, so we're back from the parts store. We saved you all that boring stuff. I forced Lee to get an air filter. Let me show you why. Big difference. Lee, show him that filter.
Here's my K&N filter. I literally have cleaned this 3 times.
I told him I didn't believe him. Leave a comment. What do you think?
I did clean it. I put the red oil on it and all that good stuff, and literally like 2 wheeling trips out in Searles Valley, and this is what it looks like. You got to understand, I wheel out in like Johnson Valley type stuff, but I know. But hey, look what Talton got me. Of course he did the Talton blue.
Yeah, I had to get that blue.
We're good though.
As an East Coast guy, the dust out here is unreal. I just had to put a new filter on mine too. Like, the dust is something else. Well, I had a bunch of wind noise, and I really want you to like these videos, so I decided to voice over it. Turns out power steering was fine. It was just the cooler mounted right there on those tabs beside the headers. So we moved it to the back, and Dan had this Carnage welder he won in a raffle. So we moved that tube fin cooler back there, and it took us about 5 hours, but we had a lot of fun doing it. That's just kind of the way it goes with this stupid hobby. We got everything squared away, and then we got out there and got to the action. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're not already. It really helps. I know that feels cheesy, but if you like a creator and the stuff they put out, subscribe, like, interact with their content. Front comes up. Go. All right, go. Waited too late.
The first bump I had was it.
The first bump was it.
Right there?
Yeah. Yeah. There we go. We just right there. I think see if it'll go.
That might be way better now.
Oh, that's funny.
Passenger.
All the way passenger. Winch out. Winch out.
Winch out.
Let that front axle down. Yeah, dude, this one's all about.
Stay all driver. coming. Hey. Hey. Gotta go passenger. Hey, back up. Not in a good spot. Right there. Passenger. You gotta get the, yeah, suck it in a little bit. You gotta get the rear behind that wall. That's good. So, hold on. Stop.
All right, so we're at the chute. I left my hat in the buggy. I just did that right line right there where you go up the chute, turn right. A bunch of four-wheel steering buggies do that. Dan here is fixing to make every XJ owner proud because he's going to give it the old college try. You don't have to rewind. I'll spin that back for you and let you see it again. Let's break down what went wrong. This passenger rear slipped and it just caused it to tumble. Comes down and goes wham right up in the corner right there. Slam! That is the passenger side and it just nailed it. Now stick around, we'll talk about what went right.
I'm good.
Alright, we're gonna go see what this is all about. Well, if you follow the channel or know me for any length of time, you know that this was not my first time being around a rollover, and I've been in at least a dozen of my own, so I was pretty calm and collective and just ready to go assess the situation. Not that I didn't care for Dan, it's just a very normal thing for me to see something roll. But I want to talk about everything that went right here. Before doing this, Dan had cinched his harnesses up good and tight. He couldn't move. He had nice seats in there. The 5-point harness, it kept him where it was supposed to be. Kept his arms and feet on the steering wheel like he was supposed to. Come down, you can hear his girlfriend is very upset. It's her first time seeing something like this. So she's very upset, but immediately Dan just lets everybody know that he's okay and gives that information out, which is very, very critical in something like that, especially a hard hit. Dan was really up there when this thing came down. It was a hard slam. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you at the end what his Jeep looked like. It did bend the unibody and exo cage. But also I want to point out that minus a few things like cell phone, a couple things that were just up front with them, all the main stuff stayed where it was supposed to be. A cooler, a refrigerator, all his tools, all that stuff was properly strapped down and none of it moved. The refrigerator didn't even come open. So if you're wheeling out there, folks, even if you take it easy, make sure that you secure that stuff. It has to be bolted down, strapped down properly. It's super important because a simple roll could mean a fire extinguisher or toolbox hitting you in the head, or somebody else in your rig in the head, and it could just go very south. So keep that stuff bolted down properly, and hopefully you got a good crew with you, and we move quickly and get it back rolled over, and you can stick around and kind of see how the recovery went.
Okay. There she goes.
Come on, baby. Ooh, that back tire.
Yeah.
Our fridge stayed closed. This is the second time refrigerator stayed closed. Oh.
What'd I tell you? I said Dan was gonna make all my XJ people proud. Dan? Hey, Dan's over there. That was freaking awesome. All right, so we're here after the rollover. The XJ didn't want to start. We pulled the distributor wire off, and we do that because we don't know if there's oil in the cylinders or not. It would not turn over. That tells us the cylinders are full of oil. We're gonna pull some plugs, spin it over, shoot all that oil out. We have extra fluids with us, and we're gonna keep wheeling after this, but we're still gonna party with this thing because we like to party. All right, so the XJ is back running. We're good to go. Wow, I got something, or a shadow on my face. We're good. Everything seems fine. We're gonna head back, check all the fluids, grab some food, keep wheeling. But we pulled the plugs. There was nothing in the cylinders. I think the starter itself was hung for the moment. But we're good. It fired right up. It smoked very little, just like an XJ should. Continued on, and it's ready to party. Here you can see where the front end got pretty tweaked, but all was good, and Dan actually has this for sale. We wheeled all weekend, and the next videos are going to be good. You don't want to miss it. You got a little bit of a leak right here.
Yeah, I need to get a seal in that damn cap.
That rain feels amazing. Ah, it's wonderful. Ah, it's perfect.